welcome. Check your Venus and where do you have Libra in your astrological chart. All the information looking for is in the description box down below. And thank you so much for supporting SIKIKSYD. I'm seeing so many different entities. I can feel them even touching me. I am blessed and highly favored, and I know that all spirits that are in my presence are of the light. Let's get right into your reading, okay? I'm hearing not a whole mood, or this is a whole mood, but a whole shmood. I like to say shmood rather than mood, which is so much more eccentric, so much more individualistic, so much more intense. Being a whole shmood. I'm hearing The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. You have a cat. So Spirit wants to tell you that you do not know. You may like cats, Libra, but this is also talking about independence. Okay, that whole song about the greatest love of all is you're saying how you want to see change, be the change you wish to experience and see in this world. That's a lot of accountability. It's a lot of responsibility as well. Knowing you don't control anyone or anything. You can give the truth, but you can't force anyone to accept it. I'm seeing so many entities and souls. A lot of you guys have actually called in, deceased loved ones or spirit guides or holy guardian angels of the light. They are present. The cat does not sleep. It goes to other realms, okay? The Spirit wants you to know is during this time as you go through the Sirius portal. Sirius is the star that burns 23 times brighter than the sun. We have the portal from July 3rd to July 7th. And this portal is connected to Goddess Isis, okay, who resurrected Sirius in 7 days. And we can correlate that, if you want to get biblical, to God. God created the universe in 6 days and rested on the what? 7th. That's why 7 is the number of God, okay? Now, depending on which God you're talking about, if we're talking about 7, we're talking about demiurge gods. We could even be talking about the Elohim, the lesser gods. And once we get to the number 9, we are then talking about the God we do not know. That created us in the womb. So this is almost like that star is also connected to, Orishas, gods, goddesses, deities, connected to the god Anubis. And it's all about rebirth and transformation and metamorphosis. I actually just did a whole analysis on that particular literature. You can check it out, okay? But it's also making me feel like Morpheus, which was in Matrix, he was responsible for showing up in others' dreams. So what does that tell you about this reality that we're living in? I mean, I could pull it. Can I pull it out? Yeah, I could pull it out. Hold on. I have it because I was just writing in it. It's at the back when I was analyzing the Matrix. July 1st, 2021. It's about following the white rabbit. And even if we say the rabbit, you can break that down to rabbi. Okay? But we're also talking about, metamorphoses. But Morpheus was the god of dreams. Okay, the son of sleep, the god of sleep, which was Hypnos. This is all the research that I've done. I mean, I just analyzed the whole thing for hours and 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 hours. The poem correlates to metamorphoses, which is also, and then I had deja vu, which means that there was a ripple in the present reality. There was like a glitch. But the purpose of that particular poem by Ovid was, and it was an 8 AD Latin poem, was change. The idea of change is unwelcome influence or physical effect spread widely throughout an area or group of people. Gods are continually transforming their own selves and shapes and beings of humans. Okay? You can also call the god of sleep Somnus. You can also call him that. But the purpose of this, the thing was that the only permanent thing in nature is continuous change. Trying to order this chaos is incapable of producing only like any useful result. It's pointless. The point is, do not succumb to passion or lust. Essentially, Morpheus appears in dreams and humans in shapes. What is that telling you about this physical reality? Is that the matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. The reason particular information wasn't being able to be given was because of the fact that these people are asleep. So even if you give the information the truth, doesn't mean that they're going to be able to accept it. That was the point of it. Do you get what I'm saying? You are the enemy technically, because your information goes against what everybody is believing. Your truth interrupts the reality of what people are living and breathing and thinking. This, cat goes to other realms. This is talking about independence. Waking up from the matrix requires independent thinking. The age of Aquarius. I like. But yes, what is that talking about? The God that we do not know. And you're a God. So what does that mean? It's called reincarnation. It's called realizing that, the kingdom of God has not reached the imagination of man. You can't even fathom that the kingdom of God is within you. You can't even fathom that you have much more control than you believe. You can't even fathom that whatever it is that you want to make possible is possible. It requires belief. Requires discernment, spouse. So, in your past lives, and even that song is saying that she realized that the greatest love of all was the love she had for herself. And it didn't matter what anyone thought about what her truth was. She was raised in a highly religious background and family, raised by the church, even like the preacher's daughter, basically. And one day, right, she had a moon in Aries. I believe her sun sign was Leo and rising sun sign was Pisces. And she had a Venus in Leo, and she had a Mars in Libra. I myself have a Mars in Libra, okay, and a Venus in Leo. But the moon in Aries energy, especially for a woman, represents that in a patriarchal society and world, your capability of being independent, standing up for yourself, is not well respected. It's just not. It's just not in a patriarchal society. And typically, by the age of 30, if you have this particular placement, there is everything that you used to get away with, you no longer get away with. This is also symbolizing if you were very popular and well known by the age of 30, you now have friends that don't like you, have left, have turned against you. There's a demise. I just saw 11:11 on the clock. There's a demise of the feminine energy that carries moon in Aries. Now, if you're a man, it's much easier to carry this energy because it's masculine energy. But if you're a feminine energy, if you're a woman, right, there are many women that have a moon in Aries. Cardi B, Sade. Where else? Because I know there's somebody else who has a moon in Aries. Rihanna. These are all women that went through what? And I wrote this down as well because this was extremely significant. And I'll give you an example because it's important. It has to be acknowledged. People with this particular sign, as far as feminine energies, also have, and Ariana Grande, women with these signs have the tendency to be selfish, to not, to want to be heard so badly, but they don't want to hear someone else and what they're going through or how they feel. They never get what they want. Not really. Not until they enter their 50s. This is not something I say with ill intention. This is something I'm saying with honesty, as an astrologer and as a psychic, as a shaman, and someone who has studied this, who has studied knowledge from secret societies, who's a part of a secret society. This is information that I would give any client that came to me who had that particular sign. And I tell you this because it can relate, okay? And it's important. She does not get what she wants until she enters the age of 50. She lives, a very rosy life until she gets about 30, right? Where she's very popular. People love her. She's really well known. She's always put in leadership positions. Once she reaches the age of 30, she realizes why she has no relationships, no friendships. Her love life suffers. Work suffers. She lives a very miserable life until she gets to 50, and she realizes that she played a big part in her own demise. And this is a fact that I'm giving you. Hopefully you can use this to try to evolve in your present, okay? But that is the fate of the feminine energy of a moon in Aries. Let's give an example. I'm just going to give you the example, okay? Cardi B got in a relationship with somebody. It was an amazing relationship. All of a sudden he cheats. Now she's known as the person who stayed with somebody who cheated on her. Technically, she did not get what she wanted. She wanted the perfect relationship, a good relationship, something that was whole and sacred and not tainted and not undermined or looked at as if it's insignificant. She did not get that. She got a relationship with somebody who cheated on her. And although she stayed, it will always be remembered as that. Whitney Houston, she was with Bobby Brown, extremely abusive relationship, as well as she became hooked to, although she had some level of connection with this person, there was a negative influence attached to it. She became addicted to drugs, alcohol, and eventually was the detriment of her own demise. She never got what she wanted. And she was bisexual. She was in love with a woman. And she never got to truly be with that woman due to her own demise, due to her getting in her own way and caring what other people think when it really doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. I myself am bisexual. Does not matter. Okay? Rihanna. Okay? She was in a relationship with Chris Brown. Okay? It was supposed to be an amazing relationship and connection, and they're the go-to couple and amazing songs together. And then boom, shakalaka. You see her face plastered across every TV, phone, newspaper about how he has beaten her for wanting to get out of the car. It was humiliating. She did not get what she wanted. She didn't. Moon and Aries women end up being alone. They end up being alone due to getting in their own way. And you try to tell, they don't want anyone's advice unless they ask for it. And they have a sense of selfishness. They have many friends around them in their life that are not really their friends, but are hoping for their demise or secretly hate them and get in the way of their own success. You have, those are just really, really, really good examples of women that, Ariana Grande. She was trying to make her ex jealous, and he ends up killing himself. She moved on just like that. That's the moon in Aries. It's ruthless. It's emotionless. People are like, no, she didn't do that. No, she really did do that because of her placement. It's spiritual. Of course, you play a part in free will and discernment, of course, but this is spiritual. This is a known fact about women with the moon in Aries. They do not get what they want in their life. Never. Because of a patriarchal society, because they get in their own way. They are their own demise on some level. Typically, moon and Aries women are also abused, molested, raped. They have tumultuous and very horrible relationships with men in their life. Like what we saw with Rihanna, right? She was beaten. It was just so vivid and dangerous. That was the moon and Aries energy. And it was humiliating. And moon and Aries women also have major anger issues. They are very unconscious, unself-aware, and they take that out on other people and lose really good people in their life who cannot handle their lack of awareness and selfishness and hurtfulness. Hurt people. And they don't see that. They don't see that. And so that is the part of the moon and Aries women. Okay? Moon and Aries men, it's a much different ball game. it actually works in their favor because it's masculine energy, okay? Now, in your past lives that you experienced with spouse, so some type of partner, connection, relationship, spouse, I feel like you're thinking of marriage. And you are about partnerships, connections, friendships, relationships, but spouse. In your past lives, you may have ended up lonely, okay? Or you wanted a connection or a relationship, right? Or you could be married. And in this lifetime, you're really, your spouse could be impacting you. This could be your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, your partner, okay? It's someone impacting you, and this is someone that you knew in a past life. You need a confirmation, yes. You knew them in a past life, okay? Whew, okay. I would be doing you a disservice if I did not tell you the truth about this particular correlation. And I say this because Libra, you are the polar opposite of Aries. So I have to. If you want to talk about a Libra, Cardi B is a Libra. Our vice president, Libra. Sun in Libra, moon in Aries. How was she publicly humiliated? She was talked and slandered about in the public by a man that looks like an orange, Donald Trump. Okay? And I'm sure that there will be other senses of demise, okay, as we move forward, unfortunately. But it is the sign. And I would be doing you a disservice if I did not tell you the truth about this sign. The sooner you know this truth, the better you will be able to try to evolve and utilize the energy instead of working against it so much, right? I want to be honest with you. You didn't come here to hear fairy tales. You came here to hear the truth. And that's my job to give you. Okay? All right. Okay? All right. Getting a promotion, congratulations. Woo. This could also be like a promotion in life. I also see you have an addiction. Maybe you drink a lot. Maybe you do drugs. There's some type of addiction. Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's an addiction here. Yeah. All right, let's show you what we got. Knight of Pentacles, Leo, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Temperance, Sagittarius. In reverse, you have the Moon, Cancer, Pisces. You have the Four of Wands, Venus, and Aries. You have the Wheel, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius. It's big sign energy. I see the World here, so I sort of want to say Capricorn too. The Two of Swords, Moon, and Libra. And underneath, King of Cups, Death, Princess of Swords. First of all, Libra, you do not have real friends. Three of Cups is in reverse, Mercury in Cancer. So what does this represent? Hi, baby. What does this represent? Aqua's right next to me. He's a Taurus. This represents the Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I'm going to show you what you have, okay? Because it's telling a whole story. Nine of Pentacles, Venus and Virgo. If this relationship is a very privileged relationship, but if you are single, you're in no rush for a relationship, very independent. It's Virgo, Taurus, and Libra energy, Venus and Virgo. Taking a skill and making it into a trade or a craft, very financially abundant. I'm seeing the Jaguar here, which is representing speed. And I feel like you've been crying. I feel like you have been crying. Someone's also been getting away with something. Moon in Aquarius, lying, cheating, stealing. Could have been a short-term relationship where you had a lot in common, but it's leading to absolutely nothing because there's multiple people involved. Saturn and Leo. Okay, there's like competition. You're not a priority. I could take you or leave you type of thing. Or you put people in this type of position. Okay, a lot of inner conflict about this. A lot of fighting. The truth is, people involve themselves in third parties because that allows them to be emotionally unavailable. The Three of Cups, Mercury and Cancer, is not only your friends are gossiping about you, but this is also talking about things becoming more official. It also speaks of knowing your value. You could be getting a will, trust, fund, inheritance from someone passing away. I'm also saying you could have just gone through a breakup, Aries, Scorpio energy. But Three of Cups in reverse, like I said, with that Moon and Aries energy, it's like take that as confirmation. It's like when you're surrounded by people, but they're not really your friends. Moon and Aries women encounter that a lot, okay, throughout their lives, and they're very unaware and they lack the consciousness to be aware of that. The Three of Cups in reverse is your friends are gossiping about you. You could be gossiping, or the Three of Cups in reverse is also symbolizing a party getting canceled. You getting rid of friends. You're getting rid of people that you thought you could trust. Okay, that got in the way, the things that maybe you have wanted to manifest in your life. You have the Princess of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is a crush. You have a crush on someone. This is an apology, a message, a psychic. The Page of Cups is also maybe you have a very feminine job. I love how I'm seeing all these butterflies come out. It's very transformative as it's coming out of the cup. You can literally see the essence. You can see the matte, like not even the matter, you can see the ethereal of it, because the water is ether, but ethereal is matter. Now you have Page of Swords as well, but that came after death. Page of Swords came after death. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So you're watching someone or you're messaging someone. Page of Swords, you feel like it's really hard to find the right person in love for you or to find the right partner, but you're learning new ways to communicate. You could be a student as well. This is a message, okay? You may even feel bad if you've indulged in petty gossip, okay? About someone who truly did love you, but maybe you weren't even able to see that, okay? Due to the people around you, okay? Or due to your own demise, right? Like we talked about. Now, death, Scorpio, is actually speaking of an ending. If this is a relationship or a commitment, there is no, because Princess of Swords, that could be a text message, a FaceTime, a call. Whoever you're connecting to, you have a crush on them now. So that's beautiful. Death, though. Death represents this relationship, the sex is over, okay? Someone tried to replace the figure of their mother for a spouse. Like they switched it. Like my spouse needs to be my mother, and then that backfired. Okay, that backfired because your spouse is not meant to be your mother. Now this is also a transformation of the way you think, the way you move, the way you see life. I'm seeing the candles here, the way you vibrate with this fire energy. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Scorpio. If you're single, you're not about to be single for long. Okay? Now, King of Cups in reverse, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's also an overnight success if you're a Virgo, Taurus, or a Libra. Venus and Virgo. Or you're dealing with someone who's like an overnight success. Like they become famous overnight. King of Cups in reverse is rape. So some of you have gone through sexual abuse, rape. That's the hidden energy. You may have an addiction. That's the hidden energy. Emotional manipulation, emotional unavailability. And this can also represent just being interested possibly in the same sex. Okay? I believe Leo had that as well yesterday with the King of Cups in reverse. King of Cups in reverse is also someone who's emotionally unavailable, emotionally detached. They're not in touch with their emotions, and because of that, their relationships, connections suffer. This could be someone who works in the esoteric, the occult. This could be a business owner, a CEO, someone who is actually failing in their career rather than succeeding due to their own emotional detachment. Libra, you are very emotionally detached, and you cannot make a decision to save your life. Any air sign cannot make a decision to save their life. It's sort of just a part of the package, okay, when we're talking about the masculine energies of air. But with water here, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, we're also talking, this could have been someone you knew, okay? Or you've encountered, or you are embodying, okay? King of Cups in reverse is also, maybe you work with homes, esoteric, the occult, finances, taxes, loans, assets, prisons, institutions, and asylums. You have the Knight of Pentacles, wanting a change in your routine, but not being willing to learn something new. With Temperance in reverse, you may even feel like you know everything. But the truth is, it's time to learn something new. Okay? And it's almost like you have connected with people where you may be exact opposites, but it doesn't attract. It may even bring out the worst in you. It doesn't teach you to love yourself gently. And this is not two people who know how to have a relationship and believe in relationships. One person could believe in relationships, the other person does not. And that could be you or the other person you're dealing with. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is crossing the finish line and being proud of yourself in the process. You see the peacock? Peacocks don't have to strut. They just are. Okay, they just are. Right, Libra? Right. Now, with Temperance, I do see maybe there's a drinking problem, a drug problem with Temperance in reverse, or you just don't want to learn something new. You may feel like I know everything. But if you look at that head is empty. or else it wouldn't be being filled, right? You actually lose self-awareness, consciousness, and knowledge by not being willing to transform with the butterfly and pour in new water. You see the liquid, pour in ether, which is water. Pour in new emotional intelligence. The matrix is artificial intelligence, taking from the soul. With the moon, Cancer, Pisces, someone could be into sex work, they could be a psychic, or they work at night. The moon is also saying there's been illusions about, oh, who's my friend and who's not my friend, who has my best interest, who does not have my best interest, who has my best intention, who does not have my best intention. That will be revealed, and you're gonna cut them off because you got to do what you got to do. Could even be revealed in your dreams. If you have a secret love that will be revealed, the Knight of Pentacles works in the spotlight, the entertainment industry works with children, health, money, agriculture, mining, the beauty of nature. Okay, you're gonna get a good job offer. You've been patient and you will cross the finish line. I am so proud of you, Libra. Okay, so proud of you for this. And you being able to move forward, much more proud of yourself of how far you've come. You've come a long way, my love. Very beautiful. You may also work in the government, the police force. Oh, my nose is itching when I just said that. You could work in the military. Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius. Yeah. Some of you work at a gun range, or you work with guns or something like that. With the moon, what's being revealed is the illusion. There's also a surprise party happening here. Venus in Aries. A birthday party, a marriage, a get together with the four walls, a celebration even. You could be relocating, you could have just bought a home. Congratulations. I just got chills on my face. I'm so excited for you. Now with the moon in reverse, I feel like you had fear and you're like, oh, that's gotta go. Okay, that's not gonna take me nowhere. With these dogs, this is also dog representing, switch it, God, it's pagan. With the snake as well. I'm also hearing the Hellenistic period, the classical period, the most popular pagan period actually. The snake, being willing to get involved in that Kundalini. Allowing yourself to get in touch with the masculine and feminine energy within yourself, the feminine energy being the third eye, the crown, and above that, the ethereal around you. Okay, the different planes around you, realizing you're layered just like the earth. Okay, and that's why we're talking about the masculine energy, the root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra. Okay, these are also important, but that's masculine energy. That's the ship. Now, what is the sea is the ethereal matter. I hope that makes sense to you. I mean, is the ether matter, which would be the feminine energy, the womb, as above, so below. It's the same sense of blackness in space. That's not nothingness. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Now the wheel, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, the Two of Swords, Moon, and Libra. There's dual loyalty. Someone's heart lies with two people. That's why there's been lack of communication. There's also like, someone doesn't want drama, but at the same time, someone's heart lies with two people. Now with the Wheel of Fortune, it's saying you gotta take the risk if you want love. And this is also saying it's like turning the Wheel of Fortune and the universe picks your soulmate. Isn't that so much fun? You pick your soulmate. Now this is also a promotion. Congratulations. This is also really good news coming in from an Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or a Sagittarius. Okay? You could also be traveling. I love how her feet are in the flowers, so grounding could also be significant. I would recommend you go walk on some grass and get a little grounded. During this time, you may also have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your chart. There's a party though. I'm seeing a tiger and there's angst. Egyptian energy, this is definitely the stars. Didn't we just talk about this with Goddess Isis and Anubis? This is definitely the stars allowing you into this portal. The Ankh representing, honestly, even the body, the vessel. Your body is a vessel, the temple. This is like the monk. The monk. You know, the definition of a monk is somebody who dedicates their life to prayer and service, which is basically what I've sort of, made my life to be on some level, as a monk. This is just service and prayer. Maybe that's what you're doing, okay? Or ascending through that way, right? heading towards the stars as the light shines down, following one's intuition to be willing to learn something new. You have a blocked heart chakra because your heart literally lies with two people. That's why you don't want to make a decision, right? Yeah, you have dual loyalty to two people and you're in love with somebody, but it's a secret. It is a secret. You can, this Knight of Pentacles is somebody that you can take home to your mother. Laertes, faithfulness, your shadow. Ooh, this is gonna be deep. This is deep, deep. Okay. Okay. This card describes an honorable and kindly man who was faithful to his wife even after her death. Laertes' son, Odysseus, went to war, leaving his young wife and baby with his father and mother. After some years, the mother died of a broken heart at the loss of her son, and Laertes withdrew to the isolation of his farm. He was a gentle and sensitive man who missed his beloved son and wife terribly. To manage his grief and misery, he labored all day until exhausted, and in the evening was served by an old female servant whom he did not abuse. This was unusual in ancient Greece, where women were routinely used for a man's pleasure, but we are told that Laertes feared his deceased wife's disapproval. This card honors the unusual faithfulness of Laertes to his wife and daughter-in-law in a world where such loyalty was uncommon. If you are seeking reassurance regarding the faithfulness of someone, this card may be a good sign. Your shadow is actually facing, if you don't trust somebody, it's because you don't trust yourself. And if you don't trust somebody, it's because your heart lies with another individual. It's a projection and it's a reflection. Your fear, the moon doesn't have its own light. You are literally projecting to another individual based off of the fact that you yourself have loyalty to another person. So if you think someone's cheating on you, no, it's that you want another person. And you may be faithful to someone even after death. That's like Gemini energy. If someone passes away, Lovers energy. I believe Cancer had the Lovers come out. They had that come out as well. And what it's signifying is it's okay to move on. This is almost like Elsewhere, where this guy was in Elsewhere, which was like the afterlife. But his wife that he left behind was still alive, and he still wore his wedding ring. He fell in love in the afterlife, and then his wife passed away. And she came up there to she came into the afterlife, because it really wasn't up anywhere, but she came into the afterlife. And even though he had known her since forever and ever and ever, it wasn't the same. And they both accepted that, we had our time. We had our time. And he fell in love with somebody else. And he couldn't deny that. And that had to be accepted. It's good to be faithful to who it is that you love, but at the same time, you have to be faithful to yourself. And accept when certain things are not meant to be, and accept when certain things are just a projection. Right? Right. So, in a relationship, I do see someone's faithful, but there is a secret love. A lot of you have love for another individual with the moon and the fire. It sets you on fire. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, or an Ophiuchus. You have loyalty to two people. Although you may project to another individual, that's all on them. Libra, you need to look at yourself. Libras can't make a decision to save their damn life, man or woman. They can't. Oh my goodness. It will drive somebody crazy. It will make them leave somebody. Because Libras cannot make a decision. Because not making a decision, Libra, is a decision. Allowing people to just believe whatever they want to believe. With the Two of Swords, Libra, you don't know how to make decisions. You're very indecisive. And because of that, there's a hindrance to the things you want to manifest in your life. You have to face that in your shadow. Now, you may be being faithful, but at the same time, where does your heart really lie? And it's okay to move on after a death. And take your time in whatever way that is necessary. It's okay to take your time after a breakup. Someone could have really passed away. My condolences. 31, the sun. Number 4, Aries, Scorpio energy. You came here for a question. And I was supposed to give you the why as a shaman. Your answer is yes, my love. Okay. This is like the Emperor energy. Could also be Cancerian energy. It's very maternal. And our maternal figures play a very big part in how we are shaped. Yes. What you want is happiness. What you want is love. Or if you're in a relationship, you want to fall in love all over again. But the truth is, it starts with you loving yourself. Taking authority. A lot of you want to own your own business, or you want a relationship, or you want a commitment with somebody. That you want energy and power, and you want to feel fulfilled. You want your soul to radiate in its true authenticity, and to be successful, to be famous. The sun is fame. Okay, you could also be dealing with somebody who's famous, or you're interested in being able to channel that divine masculine energy to get particular things done. Very Aryan-like, where, you know, it takes action. You can have the womb, you can have, you know, this golden serpent and everything. You can have the portal, but it doesn't matter if you don't walk through the portal, like a birth, right? You want to feel fulfilled, and it's saying you have to take authority to do that. You have to step into your own power, okay, and be aware that that is where you get your abundance. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the Ace of Pentacles. It will manifest itself into reality because it's the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever it is that you want will manifest. Could be a home, could be a relationship, could be a job, but it will. There's a promotion coming in for you as well, and you're going to be extremely shocked about this. Or you're giving somebody a promotion. The Sun, though, you could live in a very hot climate as well. This is also working with children, or it's fame, working in the entertainment industry. Your children could be becoming famous as well. A lot of you want to get married, I'm seeing, or you want to be in a relationship, okay? It's saying that you have to make that offer with the Ace of Pentacles. There's also money coming in, so congratulations, Libra. You could very well be married, or just wanting to be in a relationship or a commitment with somebody. Could be same sex, could be different, okay? So this has been your reading, Libra. If you like personal reading, information is linked down below. And a lot of you want to feel at home. Cancer is the home. You want to feel emotionally safe. That starts with you making the decision. That starts with you making the decision that truly fulfills you. Okay, even if it may hurt another person, you have to choose what makes you happy. This has been your reading. Personal reading information is linked down below in the description box. And I say...